We've already done hexa star on this kite here, and we've just done cinchen on this kite, and we've got a couple auras, and now I'm going to go around putting in some kind of pearls. But I'm gonna put black between them, and it kind of makes them look like stars in a dark sky. Hey, Helen's joining us. Hi, Helen.
Hello, people.
Hi, Helen. How are you?
Nicely fed now.
Oh, good. I only just started recording this because I just remembered that I had meant to record it. So unfortunately, I have not recorded it until just before you joined us. So I don't have a recording of how we started this.
That's okay.
But anyway. So I'm not going to take all the time to finish that up, but I'll go between my little pearly things. When I'm doing this, I have to remind myself that the space that's left, if I'm going to put black around it, the space that's left of white is always smaller than I feel like it's going to be. So I need to make sure to make the circles big enough that there's enough white showing. Yeah. What I might do is a bigger aura out here so that I know how far I want to blacken it into. Helen, did you work with the star at all to figure out how to make it? Good on you.
Oh, you mean about how to fold it? No.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I'm not that good at stuff like that. I leave that to my daughter.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I have little boxes I make out of scrapbook paper.
Yeah.
And she and I went to the same class and everything, and she remembers and can do it well, and I've totally lost it.
Right. Shame. Yep. Well, we went through how to fold it at the beginning of the class, but unfortunately, you were not here with us at that time. So I guess
it's okay.
You could draw a star on your paper and just, anyway, fill in the stuff. So you can see a star. Hey, beautiful. Okay. So see how this kind of looks like bubbles or stars in the night sky around our cinchen there. So I don't know, I'm not sure offhand how I would fill in the white space around it, but that's how I'd start anyway. We can come back and re-examine that if we got time at the end. Okay, next one we're going to do ziggle. I'm going to put that one here. We just, was that just last week we did ziggle? 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. So we start with a line. It can be sort of a curvy one. I'm going to pick the diamond next to my cinchen here. I'm going to do a wavy-ish line. Let's see. I think I'll just, you can do your line however you want, but actually I'm going to try to kind of fill most of the space. That's like that onion one we did. Something like that. And then we go back and we do triangles, but the leading point doesn't touch the line. So, here, I'm just going to pick somewhere to start along the line. I don't necessarily start at the beginning. I'm going to start here. It's kind of just a zigzag across it, so I'm going to try to do it in a relatively continuous motion. It gets tricky on a wavy line like this, for sure. Now I have funny shaped triangles. I guess we could do them different sizes too, for that matter. That looked kind of funny. All right, whatever. All right, I'm not going to follow that all the way through for now because I'm going to go back and put in the little concentric triangles here. I like that. So you follow from the open line, the open end, follow the wavy line, and then the triangle sides there.
Oh, there was an open end. Oops.
Yeah. Oh well. You could make it into rain if you remember that one. That has the zigzag without the open end. Or you can just fake it. Nobody's going to care.
Yeah.
So then between triangles, we put this dippy thingamabobber. So I feel like maybe my triangles need to be a little taller in order for this dip to be more effective, more obvious. So there's more white space here, but anyway. So I dip it down and widen it into a hammock there at the bottom. And then blacken it in. From one point down to the middle and back up to the other point. Oh, that's a funny looking one. Going around the curves would be interesting. Let's see. Zoop. Kind of like that. All right, so anyway, that's basically Ziggle. We can embellish it with little sprigs on top if we so choose. They kind of look like antenna if I just do two of them. Hello, Poppy. We could be adventuresome with them too and make them a little curly. Something like that. Let's move on to hollyhock. I'm going to put that one here, sure. Hollyhock is a leaf looking one, so I imagine that we might fill the whole kite with some leaves. So we'll start with I'm going to start with one coming out of the bottom here. And it starts with a curved line with a curly bit at the top. Then we'll bring it around and do the other side as well. I've done that really close to the side. Apparently I was afraid of the crease in the middle. I don't know. So then I'll go up around and do our heart leaf shape. So I'm not going into the next. So this is where I could though with the ziggle. Oh, so this is where I need to decide, would I carry the triangles from my ziggle over to the hollyhock side, or do I want to stop hard on that line? That's a decision to be made. I'm sure, I think for kicks, I might actually, so I'm gonna just fake some more ziggle here. I'm gonna bring that one over to the hollyhock side. Like that. And this one would have the hammock between it too. So let me throw that in. As I say, if you want to stop at the crease, that's fine. Now, okay. So then I'm wondering to myself, would I want to outline it? I don't know. I think maybe this time I won't. So I'll just stop my hollyhock basically at the edge of the ziggle there. Like that. Okay, so back to hollyhock. The next part is doing another heart, an outline of that original one. Or spade. All right, so within the inside here of our leaf, we've got this almond shape. And then subsequent almonds around the edge here. So I'm going to pretend it's going behind the ziggle and not really stop it there. It's going behind. Basically like that. And now we'll go back around the other side. And then we can go in and color in the between. I'm totally going to blend in with the ziggle, but whatever. Oops. In between our almonds there. It's certainly very different doing it on paper than it is doing it on the screen that I usually do, or on the stylus, on the tablet. And then I would do another one. So let's see, I think I'll go this way. This one might be bigger. Huh. I say that, didn't really make it a whole lot bigger. Helen Gregory sends her regards, by the way, and wishes you all a Merry Christmas, because she won't be here next week either. I think she may have gone away this week for a few days, she and her husband. Oh no, that's next week. No, this week. Next week she's got her exercise class. cetera, etc. All right, let's move on to the last one. Oh, I decided to do it next to Hexastar, did I? Well, it's another grid-based one, which feels kind of silly to do next to that grid-based one. So I might change on the fly. Let's see. You could do, oh no, let's do so much of that one. Tell you what, let's do Elish because Noel, you know, so do Elish instead. All right. Although it is kind of similar to Sinjin, so it feels kind of silly to put it there. But anyway, I'll try to make it a little different. Whatever. Okay, so for Elish, we start. It is okay. Whatever. Just stick with it, Jen. Okay. It's this one really is a lazy S as opposed to not a lazy one. And then we'll thicken it up a little bit here. Now we're gonna outline it even bigger on the outside of that. And then we kind of wrap the top and the bottom around as though it was a continuous line. Yeah? Sure, why not? Kind of like that. And that's going to pop behind that first one. You can see it in that window. And then, hang on, I'm going to trim it. I'll just bring it around like that, kind of. But then we make that a little thicker. So we'll do a second line. Like that. And we'll do the same thing on the other end. Once we've done that, now we go down from the top along the opposite direction. Yeah. And then we'll do another one. Let's see. I guess we kind of need to fill in the inside here. And then along the outside. alternate again with the opposite direction.
Slip of a ball now.
That's another one we just kind of keep going ad nauseum. So the question would arise again, okay, so how do we fill in the space around this thing, this Elish? Yeah, you could, again, outline it and or do another Elish, or, you know, you could do a bunch of little Elishes there, or we could just go into empty spaces too and start drawing in like the jetties, the Christmas balls, like this kind of thing. No matter, we could go in and draw some holly, which is, I don't have a tangle pattern for that, but we could go in and I just do stem and then come out and bounce around outside of it to a point and bounce back again. That's decidedly Christmas looking. Oh, show. So I hadn't even finished my Elish, really. I had some more to go. Where did I leave off? Anyway, given the time, I mean, I have no restrictions today. I can just keep on tangling, and I'm happy to stay on as long as you like. I had said that you could bring your pencil crayons and we could color it. Obviously, it's not quite finished, but if you want to do something like that, I can show you a little bit about how I do this. Let's see. Star doesn't have to be yellow. I'm going to pick something that's not yellow. I have this turquoise-ish, let's see, sort of an aqua color. Man, so fun story. I just remember getting this box of Prismacolor pencil crayons in Canada, in Cowansville, probably around 1987. Still have them, love them. All right, so I'm going to pick a side where I've kind of already done the stuff. Let me just fill in some more around Cinchin so I can sort of commit to it here. What else shall I do in this space? Okay. Might just do like some CO2. Do you remember that one? Just kind of like these things. Well, bubbles. It's an easy filler is why I'm doing it. Getting the middle to be actually round is a chore. Tricky. I'm trying to vary the size of them a bit. Yeah, that wasn't circular. So I'm just going to deal with this corner here in terms of coloring for now. So what I do when I do these is I go around the entire, whatever shape it is that I'm coloring. I go around the edge. Seems kind of a shame to cover up all the tangles, except that you can still see the tangles through the color in the end, so I think it works out all right. I go around in dark, like, you know, pressing down fairly hard on it. Oops. Music in the background. And then I would go in from the edge. And now I gotta decide, sorry for the noise in the background here, answering machine. Is it done? All right. So I kind of decide where I want there to be some inner glow, and I lightly pencil. So it's going to be the outside part of that side. Then I'll color in up to that line. I start darker around the edges, and then I get a little bit lighter, and I see that on the crease it's going to show up more, so it's going to be darker. Just have to be a little careful about that. Kind of taper it down. So normally I'd be doing like the entire side, but for now we're just doing the corner here. And then with my white pencil crayon, I go in that white space and just make that a little white. And if it goes on the blue a bit, that's okay too, because, well, because it's okay. So you're not getting the full effect here. And I think what I might do is set us a challenge here that we can finish our stars and then bring them back and have some show and tell next week. If you're up for it, if you're interested, tangle the rest of your star, color it in if you like. And then we can have a look at them next week and see how they are.
Lovely.
In the meantime, I'm happy to keep tangling, and you're welcome to stick around if you want to. Otherwise, you're welcome to go home, as it were.
I get tired quickly still. I'm still on the meds. So I'll say, I'm so glad to have been on today.
Yeah, glad you're able to join us again.
Yeah. See you next week, ladies.